Hello, hello. Here we go. I think we're live here on Instagram. I always do that. We're live here on YouTube and Facebook. Let me see. I can click the button now on Instagram. We should be there. All right. I think we're showing up everywhere. Let me just double check. Yes, I got the message on my phone. There we are. So as people come in there, they can say hi, hello. It is Happy Angela. Great to have you here. Hi, everybody joining over on Instagram as well. We're going to jump in, and we have a guest today to talk about a new crochet along that is going on that we want to make sure that you guys are aware of using our yarn. And it's a really great project. So you're going to be able to join along if you like. It was announced last week, but it officially starts today. So the first part of the crochet along is happening today, so you can definitely check it out and get started. Hi, Cara. Thank you for telling me again how to pronounce it so I don't forget. Eventually, I won't have to be prompted or asked. I'll remember, but for now, yes, Cara. Thank you. That is the best way to possibly do it. Okay, let me bring our guest in. We have Hortense. Hello.
Hi.
So Hortense is Knitting with Chopsticks. If you don't know, that is her business name. And she is here today because we're talking about the blossoming blanket cowl that is going on right now, starting the first, I don't want to say clue because it's not a clue, but the first
Section.
stripe of the blanket is available today. We are so excited to be announcing that. Well, I mean, I guess it was announced last week, but we're announcing it today. And so Hortense is here to chat all about it with us. I don't know if you want to show the full blanket along the way, if you want to, and what people are going to be making. And yeah, we're putting some links in there where you can find Hortense, where you'll be able to find the crochet along information and everything else. And yeah, there's the beautiful blanket using 4 different colors. And we do have kits available, or bundles, I should say, because it's a yarn bundle. And we have 4 different color options for you to pick from as you go and check that out. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the crochet along. So this awesome crochet along is cool because there's actually 10 designers that are partnering together for this event. So let's tell people a little bit about the time period first of when it starts, when it ends, and how often they'll get a new section of this beautiful blanket.
Okay, so the blanket has 12 sections plus the border. So there's 11 designers because it's 10 plus me.
Oh, sorry, 11. You make the 11.
Voilà. And we release sections every Tuesday and every Friday, starting today until June 18th, when the border instructions are released.
Awesome.
So that's like the schedule.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then we should say that there is the availability to go ahead and purchase a PDF right now. And if you purchase the PDF, then you don't have to wait for each of the releases. You'll have the full pattern and you'll be able to get started and just work at your own pace. If you don't want to purchase that PDF pattern, that's okay. There is a free version available. Can you tell us a little bit about how that free version is going to work?
So the free version is going to be on our website. So every Tuesday and every Friday, the crochet along page will be updated with the new section information, where you'll have like a picture of the section, some details, and some notes from me, who made the whole sample. Because each designer just made their own stripe, and I made the whole thing. We're following everyone's patterns, so I have some notes and tricks, and then you'll have the link to the free pattern on the designer's website.
Awesome. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're interested in doing that free version instead of the paid version, you're going to want to use those links that we're putting in there and then head over to the Knitting with Chopsticks website. And when you're there, you'll be able to find the link for whose pattern section is available for that day, that you'll then get transferred over to that designer's website to be able to grab it. So for that free pattern, is it going to stay up forever, or is it going to come down at some point?
Yeah, so the free pattern is available to view on the designer's websites. There's no free download. The only way to get a PDF download is to buy the ebook. But the free pattern is staying on the websites forever, as long as they run their websites. I can't say forever,
Yeah.
forever.
Right.
There's no deadline. on
Okay,
purpose.
awesome. So yeah, so you do have the two different, you can participate for free, or you can get the paid pattern. You also have the different yarn bundles that are available. Is there anything you want to tell us or tease about some of the sections that are in the blanket? I know I've seen a bunch of them and they are beautiful.
So I can show today's section in like more detail, which is
Yeah,
this one. So this is like dark red, so it's kind of hard to show on my screen, but it has like leaves, a textured leaf design. I'm having
yeah.
a hard time. Can you see it sort of?
Yep, you can
Yes.
see it there.
Okay, so well, there's like better pictures on the website. It's hard to show on on like camera. It's night here, so it's dark
Yeah,
outside mostly. But anyway, you have some textured leaves that are like two leaves that are going this way, which are like growing leaves to start spring and start the season. And then the other section have a lot of like different flowers. So the theme was like really like spring flowers, blossoms. That's what I told the
yeah,
designers, and it's really really fun to see how everyone took like the same team and did something completely different. Um, so yeah, I hope
yeah,
you guys like it. You can see like pictures of the entire blanket, and then like every section will come out.
yeah. Let's talk about the yarn. What yarn are they using to make this blanket?
Yes. So I used for the sample and for like the design guidelines for the other designers was use worsted weight cotton. I used comfy cotton from WeCrochet, of course, which is awesome because it's not only cotton, but it's a cotton blend. Cotton
Mhm.
tends to be quite stiff, generally like 100% cotton. So this blend is actually like super soft. My mom helped me to stitch up one of the sections, and she was like not believing me that it was actually cotton mostly. Um, that's how soft it is.
That is a
Um,
great testament to how soft it really is.
and then I chose cotton on purpose because not only because like it's spring and you want something not too warm, but it's actually like heavy, so it feels
Mhm.
like cozy and homey. But at the same time, you're not gonna overheat in the summer. It
Right.
also has like amazing drape, which I
Mhm.
always like, and the stitch definition is just awesome, which is perfect for like textured stitches like we have on the blanket.
Right.
Because like every section is only one color. So
Right.
designers could only play with texture to create the flower inspiration. I've also asked them not to have any lace. So
Okay.
like there's like very minimal open eyelets and open holes to get your fingers and toes stuck.
Right.
So really it's texture. So I wanted a yarn that would make that texture pop, and comfy cotton does the job.
Yeah, we love comfy cotton. And it is on sale this month for 20% off. So you can grab the bundle. You can grab any of the other comfy because we do have it in 3 weights. We have the fingering, we have the sport, and we have the worsted, which is what you're going to use for this blanket. So we're so excited because we love, love, love comfy because that's exactly it. It is such a soft cotton that you don't even know it's that, like, you don't even know it's a cotton. It's got a beautiful drape. It just works so well for garments if you're making garments, but it's also great for blankets. And because it's that blend, you're not going to get all of that stretch that you think about with like a cotton. Like if you're using cotton for like a dishcloth, it is a great thing. But there, if you notice, the more you get it wet, the more it kind of stretches out, it kind of loses its shape. That's not going to happen the same way with our comfy because of the blend that's in it.
I also forgot one of the reasons I chose cotton and like this comfy cotton blend is because it blocks really well. So if your gauge is a little different depending on each section, because they're all designed by different designers and they're all different
Mhm.
stitches, you can fix that with
Yeah.
blocking.
Yeah.
And now it's like perfectly a straight edge.
Yeah, it looks great. So, do you have any tips and tricks? Because when you work with one designer, it's definitely easier that, you get your gauge, you get your tension, and then you can kind of go off with it. What are the tips and tricks? Is there anything people should be thinking about as they work this project because it is done with multiple designers putting the project together?
Yes. So I have this all like explained in the crochet along and in the ebook, just in case like you don't need to take notes. But basically what I've done is for each section, I figured out like a base hook that you're gonna need for the pattern, which is a gauge of 14.5 double crochet with a 4.5 mm hook for me. So you figure out what hook you need for that gauge. And then I'm
Mhm.
telling you for each section, go up a size or go down a size, depending on the stitch.
Okay,
So
great.
that you get like 90%, 99% the same gauge. And then like any small adjustments you might still need, you can block.
Awesome. So yeah, so you may need to grab some extra hooks, but we've got some dots hooks available that you can go ahead and grab your set, or the new Brights expanded hooks as well are going to be really great if you don't have all of the hooks that you're going to need, because like Hortense said, you're probably going to need a couple different hooks, at least one up and at least one down from where you're getting the main gauge. Oh, two in each direction. There you go. So you're going to want to do that. Again, it's always a trial and error. You're still going to need to try it for yourself. You're still going to need to look at it and gauge how it's looking, because we all crochet differently. And even though, you know, for one person, it's going to only be a one hook change, it may be a two hook change. It may not be any hook changes for you, depending on what that next stitch is. So always follow what the instructions say, but also make a judgment for yourself based off of the way you're stitching for that particular section. Don't be afraid to kind of do what's best for you if you need to make those adjustments when we're talking about different stitch patterns and different designers all coming together.
Ideally, in a perfect world, make a gauge swatch for each section. But I know no
Yeah.
one's going to do that. So
Yeah.
I try to help you guys not have to do it.
Right, right. I mean, you could do a gauge swatch for each section, but like you said, most of us are probably just going to start working based off of your recommendations. But yeah, but don't get upset if it's not perfect. Like, take a moment to look at it and reevaluate what's going on to make sure it's working the way you want it to look, and to kind of just adjust it if you need to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
So we
then
love that this has gotten started. So today is the first section of the pattern that they can go ahead and they can get started on. If you haven't gotten your yarn yet, there's still time. Like we said, the PDF is going to be available kind of all the time, that you can go ahead and grab it and download it, start whenever you want. If you're going the free version and you don't have your yarn yet, just bookmark the pages, save them for later, because they're going to be staying up at least through the entire crochet along,
yeah,
and
definitely.
for the foreseeable future, but you know, we can't predict those things. But anyway, so you'll be able to join in as soon as you grab your supplies to make it. And I see Janice did throw up the code up there. This weekend through tomorrow, we are having a mothers and caregiver sale that you can get 20% off a $60 purchase using that code WCMOM24. So make sure you're using that in your basket as you go to check out, because you might as well just grab all the comfy and get to $60 and save another 20% off of it for all of the other projects that you're going to want to do.
So that works on sale items, like on top.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
So you're basically
So,
getting 40% off of your kits.
yeah.
Like a little bit less,
Julia,
because I guess 20
yeah,
off
yeah.
20. But
Julia
cool.
is saying borders are great for hiding the non-perfect edges. And that is so true. It is a really great way to kind of fill in some spaces. So when you're blocking with a yarn, again, if you're using acrylic, it's not going to block very well. It just doesn't block because of the make of it. You know, you'll maybe get a little bit, but with the cotton yarn that we're using here in Comfy, you're definitely going to be able to straighten up those edges pretty darn good. And then using that border to kind of continuously fill in the edges and things like that, it's going to look amazing.
It
Yeah.
is.
Is there anything else you want to share about the blanket, about the crochet along that I might have forgotten?
We could talk about the different designers involved.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
So we have me. So the first section is designed by me, which is the one you can already have. And then I did the border and like one more section. But we have Agathe from Made by Goody. We have Sandra from Sandra Stitches. We have Helen from Sunflower Cottage Crochet. We have Debbie from Madame Stitch. We have Erin, from Juniper and Oaks. Jamie from Remington Lane Crochet. Shannon from the Loophole Fox. Susan from A Box of Twine, Christine from Sweet Potato Tree, and Amanda from Easy on the Tongue. So as you can see, all very good crochet blanket designers. They all did an awesome job and provided like detailed step-by-step pictures for everything. Some sections will have videos, some sections have charts, but not all of them. But all of them have written instructions and step-by-step pictures for any stitch that's more than single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. Anything else basically than the very basic ones has step-by-step pictures.
That's awesome. That makes it so much easier to try something new when you have that tutorial. You can kind of see what's exactly going on, to make it just a little bit easier. I know that you've been traveling a little bit lately, and we were at H&H last week, and I got to meet Erin in person, and we were chatting about the blanket crochet along and catching up on that. So that was so much fun to kind of keep getting to chat about it and meeting new people along the way. I know you were over here in the States not too long ago, I guess the beginning of April. So that's awesome too. And you got to meet up with people in person. It's so fun.
Yes, it was awesome. It was so nice. I met like half of the designers up
Awesome.
there, and I was actually like finishing up the sample while I was there, so they could like see their own sections being worked up, like with the whole sample yarn and everything. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. So we're so excited to be able to share about this and partner with you guys to be able to make these kits and share about this phenomenal yarn and this amazing blanket. And, we should say too, the cool thing about this is, yes, there are all these different stripes, but you can make this your own custom piece if you want. So there's different
Sure.
colors. There's 5 different colors in the blanket, but if you want 4, sorry, if you want to only use 3 colors, go ahead. You're going to have to alter the amount of yarn that you're purchasing for each color, but you can do that. You can make the whole blanket in one color and then add a border color. There's so many different ways that you could change things up in this pattern, or by using one section twice or adding more if you want length. There's so many different ways that you can customize it by using these great sections that were designed by each of these different 11 designers. So I think that's so much fun too, because if you're getting the PDF, you can kind of look at what all the sections are and put them in whatever order you want to put them in. If you want to change it up a little bit to make it different and special for yourself, since you guys took the time to say that the gauge, or giving the suggestions to make sure the gauge is fitting. So I think that's great too.
Definitely. I know some people are doing like one color because it's like 12 sections. You can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and still
Right.
have like an even number of stripes. I did put up yarn quantities for every section separately. So if you want to
Awesome.
change the number of which sections goes with what color, you can figure out how much yarn you need. We also have the only thing we don't have, and I've been asked, and I'm sad I didn't think of it, is having like different sizes because every section is a different stitch repeat. I tried to figure out if there was a way, but 180 stitches is the only repeat that works with all of them.
Yeah.
So next time there will be a smaller size, but this time it's only the throw size. But if you want to make it smaller, you could use DK weight yarn, and then it magically gets smaller by itself.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Well, thank you so much for taking your time and joining us today and getting to share about this fun crochet along. I hope everybody's going to go check it out, sign up, grab your pattern, your yarn bundle, and get started. That first section is available today, so you can get stitching, start on your gauge swatch. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, and we should say there is a Facebook group that you'll be able to find over on the landing page about the crochet along. So you can join that Facebook group, chat with other people that are making the project, ask questions, share your colors. It's going to be so much fun to have that community going on.
Definitely. We'll have some lives with different designers. We'll have, like, of course, any questions. We're here for that. The designers are in there already. So we're all here to help you, meet you, and see your blankets, basically.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget, we're going to be back tomorrow at our regular time on Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, or wherever you are in the world and what that equates to. We hope you'll come and join us live or watch the replay. And yeah, hopefully you'll be stitching on your new blossoming blanket that you're starting up today. So we'll see you all then. Thanks so much, Hortense, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, everyone.